This news segment is brought to you by Greg Dam for County Commissioner District 3, protecting our rural life and water, paid for by a citizen to elect Greg Dam.
An infant and her mother were the victims of a drunk driver that caused their car to roll over on Highway 160 and Irene Street Sunday afternoon. The drunk driver was located across town and taken into custody by the Nye County Sheriff's Office after she fled the scene of the crash.
On Sunday, we were dispatched a report of a one-vehicle rollover in the area of Irene and Highway 160. Crews were there in short fashion. Then upon arrival, they found a vehicle resting on its side. There were several occupants in the vehicle. They were all self-extricated. They were treated and transported from the scene. It's my understanding that there was a near collision between another vehicle, which was then discovered shortly thereafter by law enforcement, in which they determined that that person may have been under the influence.
There was a small infant in this car.
There was, and we kept the infant and the mother together, and they were transported locally.
And Chief Lewis also spoke to News 46 about an accident that occurred near the town of Crystal.
Yesterday, Monday, on Memorial Day, we dispatched for a one-vehicle rollover on Highway 160 in the area of Crystal. Our crews arrived on location and found in the area where there's a number of curves, the vehicle had left the roadway and traveled off a great distance. Unsure whether it actually rolled over or not, or if it just traveled through the washes and ravines. Crews went out there, found no entrapment, relatively minor injuries. Patient was transported local.
Were they seatbelted in?
To the best of our knowledge.
All right. Just one patient?
One patient.
A young girl rescued a toddler from the pool at Preferred RV Resort over the weekend.
Dispatch report of a near drowning. We had an expanded response, including an EMS engine, medic unit, and myself. We responded to the Preferred RV Park, the pool area. We found that on our arrival that the patient was removed from the water, was in the care and custody of the mother. We did a quick assessment and gathered as many facts at the scene as possible and made a determination for the best thing for the child was to transport that patient directly to Vegas via Mercy Air 21.
I know you can't give too much details, but do you know at this point if the child is still alive?
Oh, the patient is alive and was under the care, was in a relatively good condition.
Give us some advice.
Pool safety. Make sure everyone's accounted for. Even if you have a great confidence in your swimming skills, make sure that everyone is watching. And if there is an emergency, 911 immediately.
Because this sometimes happens at parties and where there's a lot of people around that a child will fall in the pool, but nobody's really paying attention at that point.
Yeah, it can happen. Certainly, there are tragedies that occur across the country and many circumstances that you just described. But whether there's a few or there's many, just make sure everybody's accounted for. Keep an eye on them at all times.
And our community pool is open right now. They're doing swim lessons.
They are. The pool's been open now for, I guess, a week or two. And some appears to be drawing some good crowds. It's supposed to get warm, so we can expect that there's going to be a lot of people enjoying the pool.
I came in here to this pool, and there was two families, and I was swimming around. I met some girls, and then the little girl, I was playing ball with her for a while, and then I went back to my other friends. Then I look, and I see her turning around, floating, and her eyes are closed, mouth open. So I see her, I carry her up, and I give her to the parents.
So was she swimming on her own before? Did she have floaties on?
No, she was up at the step right there.
Okay. So she wasn't in the pool at any time swimming around?
No.
No.
She was just on the steps.
And then you just saw her, nobody else saw her at that time?
No.
So what happened then?
So then I gave her to the parents, and they got it figured out. So
yeah.
And they started pushing on her, and I thought it was really scary because I don't like to see people drown.
Did they call 911?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she wasn't conscious at that time? She wasn't awake?
She was awake. She was crying. She was breathing, and she was blinking, but she was purple.
Oh, what a hero. Good for her. Well, a man who attempted to kidnap a local woman is wanted for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and battery, but police need your help to find the suspect.
Shortly after the graduation on Friday night, the Nye County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to a residence in the area of Calvada for an attempted kidnapping. Upon arrival, deputies were informed that approximately 10 o'clock, while walking eastbound on Calvada, 2 juvenile females and an adult female were approached by a 4-door black lifted truck at the northwest corner of Calvada and Pahrump Valley Boulevard in the parking lot of the shopping plaza. An unknown adult black male exited the vehicle and attempted to force the adult female into the car. The female was able to fight off her attacker and fled the scene to a relative's home in the area. The vehicle fled the area driving northbound on Pahrump Valley Boulevard. The vehicle is described as a 4-door lifted black pickup truck, possibly a Dodge Ram. The suspect is described as a black male with a dark complexion, approximately 6 foot 1 inch, with a muscular build, wearing a black hooded sweatshirt, blue jean shorts, red shoes, and white socks. The suspect in this incident was not located on the scene and has yet to be identified. The sheriff's office asks that if anyone has any information in regards to this incident, please contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000. You can remain anonymous.
Residents near the high school were shocked to hear bullets flying in the neighborhood last night.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in helping identify a suspect wanted in a drive-by shooting that occurred on Yakima Street right off of Calvada on Monday afternoon. According to the press release, several residents in the neighborhood reported hearing gunfire coming from several locations on Yakima Street. Patrol arrived and quickly assessed that no one was injured during the shooting. They obtained a description of the shooter and his vehicle. Patrol units ascertained that the suspect fired several handgun rounds into stop signs on Yakima Street, as well as the front of one residence. After interviewing witnesses, detectives and deputies learned that the suspect was driving a silver Nissan Altima. The suspect's vehicle is further described as a model year between 2004 and 2008. The suspect is described as a white male with short blonde hair. If you have any information as to the whereabouts of this suspect, you're urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000. You can remain anonymous.
Stick around, we'll have more News 46 after this break.